Morning folks, back to oil painting now. I've set up two sheets here. They're A4s, whatever that is. A4. Well, for my own, so I'm just going to measure them in feet, in inches. So it's about 11 inches, well, 11 3/4 by about 8 1/4. So we call it 8 by 11. 8 inches by 11. Right, okay. Colours, cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, Payne's grey, which I don't count as colour, cadmium yellow pale and yellow ochre. And I've got some titanium white here. I've got the ordinary Winton mixed with, well, will be mixed with a bit of Griffin. Griffin is a bit more expensive than the Winsor and Newton student qualities. Or this alkyd, it contains alkyd, or fast drying oil colour. It's well worth getting, but if you don't use it very often, it will eventually dry in the tube. So to use it sparingly, but it's well worth trying. Okay, oh no, what I haven't got, there's a bit of oil. I need some oil. Get my bit of my oil. Oh, here it is. Well, I haven't used this for several days because we've been doing watercolours, which I'm sure you were pleased about, or not, as the case may be. I'm not really a lover of watercolours anymore. The oil paints and acrylic give me more breadth of discovery, if that's the right word. I've got a bit of cloth here to clean the brushes as I go, and I clean the brushes at the end in washing up liquid. Now that not only cleans the brushes, but it cleans your fingers as well. Right, okay. So I'll just start. I'm just going to start on both of them. Bit of ultramarine. A nice bit of that. Just get that in there. I can sort of moderate this blue with a bit of white. A very quick way of getting a sky. Not mixing it with the wretched yellow ochre. Look, it's picked up some horrible. I'll put some of that blue back. Now I just want to, I won't change my brush, I'll just carry on with this brush. Bit of burnt sienna and a bit of titanium white. That's too strong. Of course I've used all my Griffin up on that. Right, I'm going to just put in a bit of blue now. Oh, I wanted blue, dark blue in there. Right, okay, we can go over that now with a bit of white. Just to get a contrast between the blue and the white, or the. Okay, well, nothing wrong with that. I overdid the burnt sienna. That one. Right now we're going to do a bit in the other, bit on the other one. So get some nice blue again. I got a lovely comment on YouTube on dusk. If you haven't seen it, have a look at it. Just go back in time. I did it about 8 years ago, even probably 9 years ago. I saw a demonstration by Dennis Sheehan, an American artist, who was doing a tonalist painting when I was a bit new to all that. But what I liked about it was the use of just two colours, a strong, like a dark red, red, not light red. There was another one that I had that I used. That's a light red in the winter, light red, and Viridian. Well, you can just a red, not a cadmium red, but a like a rusty sort of red. I've got it here. Not much left of it now. Red ochre. I use that and you do it. You use a lot of linseed oil and you bash on. Just put some paint on the canvas or the bit of paper or whatever you're painting on. And I've worked at it. And I've got it on a frame, in a big antique frame now, because I like it. And it started off not too good, but because you move the paint around, because you're using quite a bit of linseed oil, and then you start lifting out and pushing around, blending, going over it again, until you get something that you quite like. And I quite liked. Oh, what's that? Quite like it. Had lots of accolades. It just reminded me to remind you that if you get a chance, to just go and have a look at it. Dusk. It will come up. Just using white and a bit of blue. Right. White. I want to do sort of looking out to sea through dunes, sand dunes. I've always been attracted to it, but it's trying to keep things as simple as possible. I don't make a rod for your own back. You know, that's quite a reasonable sky. Just try and make it realistic, look a bit realistic anyway. And we'll have a bit of white on that horizon there. Got a big cloud over the top there. put some blue back. Oh, well, there we are. That's a try, isn't it? That couldn't be more simple. Two colours, some blended. I'm not so sure about this one here. There's a lot of paint on there now.
I'm out in a quarter of an hour.
Okay. That's my wife calling up.
Hal's just gone to sort out the wood.
Hold on. So you do what?
Hal's finally sorting out the wood. So the sideway is open. Because his ladder's in the sideway.
Oh, what about Harry?
Well, it's not wide open, I mean it's not locked.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, have a nice lunch. Got a DIY friend who's doing something to the front of the field gutter. My wife's going out, so sorry about that. My wife's going out for lunch. Oh, look, we can get that really bright in there. Okay, right now we're going to see what we can do with that top one with regards to well, I've got this burnt sienna instead of red, burnt sienna. Bit dark in there, bit of shadow. Look, a worn out brush. Keeping the bristle, I use this brush because it gives an impressionist feel of air in the sort of the thin bits of grasses. There's a bit of ochre. Now we're going into sand dunes, but we want more. Let's have a bit of greenery. Put a little bit of sand in the dunes. It's sort of an exercise in painting grass. Let's get a bit of green in there. Bit of ochre in here. Oh, I get some green there, blue, red, mix of primaries. I want to put some reds in there. It's got this nice green here, but if you want it to sing, you've got to put some red in. But I don't know how I can. Well, that doesn't have to be a sea picture, does it? That can be just a walk through a meadow or a walk. Then we want some dark. It's quite tricky painting on a small piece of paper, but I've got them, and so I'm using them. Get some ochre, light ochre, so the sand's showing through. Right, okay. So that's how to paint a sort of meadow using texture, not detail. Using texture, always texture. But if you want to paint with a different way, that's fine. There's so many ways you can do this. I'm looking for a brush that I can use for a couple of boids. Yeah, they're not very good, are they? I'm not going to put a figure in. There's a bit. I really want just to show the texture in an oil painting. Well, if you're walking through a bit of a meadow, there's nothing to stop you using a bit of red, is there? Just a few dobs. So it takes you from the dune into sort of a meadowy type of painting. Oh, let's put something on that horizon there. I know Sharon will like this one, because she likes poppies. Oh, there we are. So that's a sort of a walk. We can change these grasses into trees, I think. I need to put a bit of dark in the shadow here. A bit of highlight. Right, a bit more dark in here. It's catching a bit of light. Then what you can do with a worn out brush, don't throw them away. They become very useful tools. Right, I can just get a little bit more ochre, a bit lighter. Okay, well there we are. That looks more like a flying bomb there, doesn't it? What can I do with that? Take it out, couldn't I? Just some clouds, in front of clouds. Oh, there's no, what's to say? There's no, I can't think of the word. It's because I'm sort of lost in this. Skies can be anything, as you know. You just need to look up and see what's up there and have a go at it. Right, okay, so that's one. I'm going to try to finish this one now. You can tell I like meadows, can't you? I just love seeing texture. I've sort of getting more used to look at it on the TV when you see I think, oh, it's such a mundane scene, but I love it. I want to do it. So you can, and it's all in the development of an artist. I think that you're always learning. We'll never be as good as Rembrandt. I mean, or Constable or Turner, or some might be, but I'm catering for the sort of the basic. Oh yeah. It's not all. I don't use. I don't use anything but linseed oil and maybe some fast drying oil. I don't clean my brushes and, like I used to, hold the cloth under my nose, soaking with the paraffin kerosene I was using to clean the brushes as I went. I clean the brushes at the end now. Look, I can get that nice and clean. So that's what I've got to clean. Go back to the Beauty, the one that's a varnish brush that's worn out, and we'll do a more traditional one: blue, red, yellow. Ah. Just a bit dark in there. Well, I did the bike ride yesterday along the River Wandle. It was lovely, didn't fall off. Got a bit of a lovely, oh, excuse me. Right, that's the basics. We'll have some. Let's have something coming down there. Bit of darker paint in here. It's highlighting against the distant sky, or the sky behind, and it becomes a sort of silhouette. It's a lovely day in London. At last, we're getting a bit of late spring sun. So I shall be cooking a paella? No, not paella. A chow mein later. Right, now that's a bit too even. So we're going to a bit of red, a bit of Payne's grey. Let's do it that way. I can get it. Right, okay, now we're going to texture that foreground. So we'll have nice greens. A bit of ochre in there. Oh, I'm just pushing the brush just to get the paint off the bristles. So I'll put some air in some of that. Just don't want to make your canopies like it's the same. So make some large, some smaller. Yeah. Right. Put a bit of variety in some of this. Alright, I'll get some more variety in this. Just put a bit of variety in the terrain. Here's a bit of the burnt sienna. Alright, okay, painting meadows, I suppose that's what we'll call it. Get some light on that horizon. Right, okay, we're going to let that go quite like that. Right, now the next thing is to try to get the tape off of the paper. Whoops. Did that one. I've got a waste paper bin here, and you put the tape in, it just gums up everything. Ooh. There. Well, I think they'll stay on the board without moving, and we can see them. Just lift that up a bit. We are right. There we go. So two meadow paintings. So I started off with a sea picture, but I changed my mind. As an artist, you can do that. We've got another meadow here. Probably could do with a touch of poppies. Go and see if our friendly DIY friend wants a cup of tea or something. And we'll have a bit of white. Cow parsley. Right, okay. That looks like a bit of Mordenhall Park if we go through on our bikes, but it's flat. This isn't flat. Let's see if I can just change. Oh, no, I've got That's worse, isn't it? Just scrape that off. As one man seems to say, don't fiddle. No, I don't like that. I'm going to take that out. Yuck. No, that was better before I mucked about with it, isn't it? Right, okay, well, an exercise in painting meadows. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.